Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut 11, and this is Kathy speaking. Welcome to this premiere. We are in the chat with you, and we are doing the love reading that we do every Wednesday. Today is the 10th of September of 2025. This is a twin flame, karmic or soulmate love reading, whether they're in your life already or whether they're forthcoming. It will be different for each of you. Remember, this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate. Some details may come through for you, for your own personal situation. We'll be using a few decks today. So, the Kippa, the Witch's Tarot, the Romance Angels, the Angel Answers, the Little Greek Love Oracle. We'll be taking the Karma Dharma from this deck, which I can't remember the name. I might jot it down beneath the video for you. We've got the Moonology Oracle, looking at the moon, since we are in between eclipses. The Mystic Moon Oracles for the psychological, possibly unconscious emotions. And we'll be taking, at the end of the reading, we'll be taking the Twin Flame messages by Mystic Moon for answers from your person, their emotions, their secret feelings, and our handwritten love messages. We'll be using both today. Let's see. There it is. So this is the Tarot 3D. If you're interested, it's by Lo Scarabeo. Okay, it's a 3D deck, big size deck. I do use it sometimes, and we're using them for the love readings on Patreon. So, thank you for joining us. Yes, please is on. You may comment beneath with yes please if you want a personal love message, and give me time, I'll get back to you. I am working on the Patreon love readings. Virgo, Libra, Scorpio are already up, and we'll be doing the next three. So Sagittarius, Capricorn and Aquarius today. If you're not on Patreon, do consider joining us. And where love is concerned, we do have some nice possibilities, as Venus in Leo is coming up to sextile with Mars. They're the lovers of the zodiac. Venus in Leo, if you've got anything in Leo and in Libra, we're talking fire and air, okay, which can be about action. Even though Leo is a fixed fire sign, there's still a lot of desire and passion. Mars is in Libra, and Libra is an air sign, all about communication and the give and take. Libra is the scales, remember. So a sextile is a very good possibility for the lovers to come together to communicate. Venus wants to flirt, she wants to have fun, she's more daring, she's more confident. Mars is a little bit weaker here, so I feel that the feminine, as Venus is a feminine sign, more so. Because remember, Venus also rules Libra, and Libra is an air sign, so therefore a masculine. Now, she is in a masculine fire sign, but remember, she rules Mars, so she's got the upper hand here. And there are some adjustments and dilemmas that we're going through, as Venus is in an inconjunction here to the North Node. So the North Node is our fate and our destiny. The North Node transiting through Pisces, which is a sign that she loves to be in. So, okay, let's leave the astrology. This is not an astrology reading, just giving you a thumbs up about what are the possibilities. Of course, if you're interested in a personal reading, don't hesitate to reach out. Patreons do get a nice percentage of discount off all our services. DivineDebut11.net is our website, and Divine Debut 11 at Patreon. You can find everything beneath the video in the in the details just beneath. Okay, so thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting, and also considering joining us on Patreon as we do lots of astrology. We analyze the month ahead. We analyze the eclipses of new moons, full moons, and you also get the love readings for the month, which are then released to the public later on in the month. But you also get to go in a draw. We do that every month. 3 winners, 3 and 4, sometimes even 5 winners for a free tarot reading. Let's see what's going on, dear Spirit. Thank you, and calling on your guidance as to what's going on in love now in the window of eclipses. It is a very fated, very powerful time. What's going on in matters of love? Okay, patience, strength. Leo comes through. This is a card of trusting in your higher self. This is a card of knowing that you can tame that wild beast, or someone's trying to hold back on their desires and their passion. This is what I see here. It's that wild beast that's within, that desire, that kundalini, that, I'm holding myself back. But Spirit also says be patient and trust in your abilities. That's what this woman, being able to control this wild beast, this lion. Leo, that's where Venus is transiting. And of course, I don't know if you're dealing with a Leo. I mean, Pluto is right opposite in Aquarius. And Pluto does bring changes, big changes. If you're dealing with a Leo, or if you are a Leo, Pluto is going to bring fundamental, deep changes in your life, but it's a slow process. Leo is a fixed sign, fixed fire sign. Remember that Uranus is going to return back to Taurus, which is another fixed earth sign. So Taurus and Scorpio, if you've got anything at the last degrees, the last 5 degrees, let's say, of any of these fixed signs, so Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus, Uranus is still bringing big change, big breakthroughs. That's the story that has not ended yet. And we've all got Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and Scorpio somewhere in our chart. So which area of your chart does Leo rule? Or even the 4 fixed signs. Look to those areas. Let's see what's going on. What is the potential with the Witch's Tarot, which is one of my favorite decks. I had it for years. I love this deck. It's easy to work with. The images are incredible, beautiful deck. Let's see what's going on. Thank you for your guidance. Our beautiful archangels, what's going on? Let's see what the potential is. What is the potential? Love messages, changes, movement. This is the past position. In the now, we've got a block here. To me, the 9 of Wands is someone's put up their wall. They're holding back on their desires and their passion and their truth. The 9 of Wands obviously says as well that someone's been through a lot. It can speak to actually having blocked someone, because the message is 8 of Wands and then 9. There is a transition. So these wands are not hitting the mark. They're finding a wall that someone's put up because they've been through a lot, possibly in their own personal situation in their life. Either that, or remember, we're not reading reversals here. So maybe there hasn't been communication possibly, and therefore someone's put up a wall. They've blocked the other person. And this could be a love triangle, because the high priestess is usually the other woman. Either that, or the high priestess is saying this is a spiritual connection. Trust your higher self and your intuition. The wisdom is within you. Interesting, because this is a Pisces card and we just had a lunar eclipse in Pisces. I would say that if you haven't had any news yet, or nothing has panned out relative to the eclipse, because eclipses can start months before, even a year before, and continue a year later. When planets go over those degrees where the eclipse happened, they tend to trigger the eclipse, and that's when we have the outcome. Okay, so what we see here is that Mercury is practically, because the eclipse happened at 1522 of Pisces. Obviously the sun was at 1522, and the lunar eclipse, the full moon, was in Pisces at 1522. So Mercury is going to come to oppose in the next few hours those degrees. So Mercury may trigger conversation, news, movement, right? And then obviously at some point Venus is going to enter Virgo. It will be in the Libra season, and she'll be transiting through Virgo, where she's not very strong, but she will pass also over that 15th, 16th degree of mutable Virgo and Pisces. Okay, so we also would look at Gemini and Sagittarius as well. There's nothing really there that could trigger the eclipse, other than, of course, the North Node. The nodes go backwards, opposite to the planets. So at some point the North Node will reach that degree, that 15th degree. That won't be for a little while. But, as I said, Mercury and Venus will come to trigger that eclipse point. Oh, I just got a peek at the Emperor. So, obviously at the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Wands. Let's see what's going on. Ace of Cups. This is an opportunity. This is self-love, of course, self-respect. Without that, we don't receive it from the other person. We should get over any complexes and any ideas that we're not good enough to be loved, not good enough for the other person, of course. I believe what's meant to be will be. There's always free will, and we make choices in our life. But I believe the whatever's been written, whatever we've signed up for, our soul's purpose and fate and destiny will play out at the end of the day. What is the challenge here? Because this is an opportunity. Do we take this opportunity? Does the other person take this opportunity because this is coming from spirit? Or will they hold themselves back? Because when opportunities come, they go quickly, and if we don't take advantage of them, then it's like we're putting up that wall, that block ourselves, shooting ourselves in the foot, right? So look out for this opportunity. The challenge is communication, truth, clearing the air, decisions. This is a Gemini card. It's the Page of Swords. So there's a lack of good communication, I would say, and truths, or someone has got a dilemma, because Gemini is the twins, and there may be second choices. Let's see. Where are we coming from in the past? The Four of Cups. Someone was not happy emotionally within their personal life, within another relationship, or they were not receiving what they wanted. There were missed opportunities, missed chances, because the focus was on something else. For me, fours always speak to stability, home and family, emotional security, so on and so forth, right? The fourth house. Let's see in the recent past what's been going on. Okay. Two of Cups. Beautiful. Somehow I think that these two cups are in the reverse. I don't think, for some of you maybe there has been communication or an emotional moment where you're on the same page. But remember the three cards, right? The three cards in the beginning telling us that the wall is up. Someone's still got issues that they're dealing with, and therefore it's like those love messages, that communication where love is concerned, the ability to move forward. We went from the 8 of Wands to the 9 of Wands, and the 9 is the peak. It's the hardest point, right? Before we go on to the 10 of Wands, which would be the Ace of Wands. So either someone's got a lot on their plate that they're going with, therefore they're focusing on other things, or someone's been blocked because of a lack of communication, a lack of truths, a lack of being able to make a decision, and still needing, remember what I said, Venus is in in conjunction with the North Node. She can't see which way she needs to go. So she needs to trust her intuition. Venus, right? The divine feminine needs to trust her intuition as to reach that North Node in Pisces. And what's Pisces? It's unconditional love. It's surrender. It's sacrifice. It's forgiveness. So let's see what's crowning, therefore what's on your mind or the person that you're hoping to connect with. Okay. This is talking either about someone not being ready to take their next step and get serious, or someone's thinking of, traveling, moving, transitioning, chasing their desires. So there could be physical distance between you and another person. We've got Sagittarius as well here. Okay, that's crowning, which is talking about action and someone not sitting back and waiting, but more so doing the work, taking the action. He is carrying that Ace of Wands. What does the near future bring? There's the dilemma, the Two of Swords. Choices. What's in the position of you? You and all this connection, I would say. It's the 10 of Wands. Beautiful. It just clicked. The 10 of Wands. Which, remember, we saw the 8, the 9, and the 10. This would be the restart, the ending of the burden, the heaviness. Whatever you've been going through, it hasn't been easy for you. Now, generally, this relationship hasn't been easy. Even though there's so much fire, there's so much passion, so much desire, there's an emotional connection or a disconnect on the emotional level. Okay? And... okay, we do have quite a few cups here, so it's a very strong emotional time. And of course, Pisces, full moon, it is a water sign. It does speak to emotions, sometimes confusion, illusion, possibly also deception. And Pisces, of course, is also the last house, the 12th house of the zodiac, which is the house of divinity, God, spirit. But it's also a very secretive house. It could speak to cycles that you've done over and over again, bad habits, waiting on the other person to do the work, or not being able to forgive, to surrender, or not believing that something that you've hoped for, visioned, worked towards can actually manifest. But remember, Neptune and Saturn is already back in Pisces, and Neptune will follow as the story needs to complete, which Saturn can help us build, lay down those foundations on that dream, and Neptune can dissolve the boundaries of Saturn as well. So let's see the position of your person. Nightmares. What are they going through? They're going through a lot. They're going through a lot with the 5 of Wands. This could be a family situation. I always see the 5 of Wands as someone in a family situation where they're not on the same ground, same level. Lots of arguments, disappointments, fights, disagreements. Maybe not even speaking the same language. That could be literal or metaphorical. That could also be internal conflict relative to your person. Another fire card, right? Fire element. Lots of fire, lots of water. We do have some air. what's missing so far here is earth. So it's like things are up in the air. Things are not grounded at this time. Let's see. Your person may have a lot of fights, arguments. I don't know if they're going through some, because obviously Four of Cups, whether it's you or whether it's your person or both of you, very unhappy where your emotions are concerned, or the life that you've built for yourself. Let's see what's in the hopes and fears. There's Earth, and we've got Virgo energy here with the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race, right? The tortoise and the hare. Virgo is about planning, strategizing towards the future. But this card can also speak to a stoppage, a no movement at all. But the plan and the strategy is still there for the future. And thankfully, we've got a little bit of earth here, which can ground the situation. Knight of Pentacles in the position of hopes and fears. But this can also be what's on the mind of your person, because this is the environment card. So therefore, and because this is a reading, this is your reading, obviously, this could be a card for you as well, where you're in a conflictual environment yourself, where you're residing, and this could also be your internal conflict about which way to go. Remember that the card after this would be the Six of Wands, which would be the attainment, the recognition, the success point. What is the possible outcome, dear Spirit? We've got a King of Swords, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. King of Swords could be someone that wears a uniform, someone that thinks only very logically, someone that holds back on their emotions, their desires. They're cold, they're truthful. Sometimes their truth can really hurt. This could speak to truths that will be shared, obviously. And he's showing off his Ace of Swords, like that's his intelligence. He's got the ability to clear the air. He's got the ability to have that ingenious thought. That mind works really fast. There's great intelligence here, and but there's no emotion here. There's no emotion as an outcome. Now, of course, this King of Swords could also be someone in the picture. King of Swords could be a legal representative, someone, this could be a doctor or someone who works in the legal field. I don't know if this is your person. As an energy, of course, this speaks to clearing the air, okay? And remember, we've got Uranus in Gemini going back to Taurus, where there's still some unfinished business. Uranus in Gemini is great intelligence, but there's unfinished business that we need to take care of relative to the past. Now, we've got a knight. We've got two knights, actually, and a king here. So we've got a lot of masculine energy. Masculine energy means action, movement forward. Okay, this is Virgo energy, so it's the yin energy. So you may also be dealing with someone, I don't know if they've got Virgo, or this could be earth. Nevertheless, lots of fire and some earth. We do have water as well. Well, what can we say? Where the communication or the decisions are concerned, it doesn't seem to be easy here. But looks like as an outcome, there will be a clearing out. There will be some truths. So what's beneath here? We've got a Page of Pentacles, then the Knight of Pentacles. Someone looking at this connection, because this is a messenger as well, being very slow and doing more studying the situation more so. Remember what I said, that the Nine of Wands blocks the Eight of Wands. But this could also be a child as well. Pages are children. We've got another page here. And we've got the Sun card here, which we see children. And of course, this is Leo, major arcana. Maybe you've gone through a breakup, you've made up again, going through those cycles. This is a card of reconciliation, but it also speaks to clarity, some truth, or some talk around children. You know, sometimes, you know, these sort of relationships tend to come in when there is the involvement of other family ties, whether it's families that have been built or just, you know, the family where someone's grown up. But mainly it's when someone is in another connection, unfortunately. Usually these relationships come in to point the way to someone. They don't come into your life if everything is perfect. Of course, no relationships are perfect, but on the you know, more likely the problems can be worked through. Usually relationships such as these, twin flames, karmic, or even soulmates, they do come in to serve a purpose. So we do see with the Sun there is possibly true love here, but this could also be true love, a deep, deep love for someone and their children, their child or their children. And we see a spouse here and possibly a child. We've got the Empress here. Now, if this is not the case for some of you, it's telling me that, because this is Venus, okay, and this is the Empress. She's all about manifestation, expansion, growth. She knows her value. She knows her worth. The seed has been planted. Maybe Spirit here again is saying, be patient, just like the Strength card. Be patient. There will be clarity. Someone's looking at it, looking at something long term, something more serious. You could be the Empress, the way you are attracting someone into your life, right? Possibly. Remember how I said I got a peek at the Emperor before? Let's not forget that as well. Let's take some more cards and see what's going on. What is the potential here? Let's take the Kipper. Thank you for joining us in the chat. We're exchanging news and what's going on. And you may comment yes please if you're a latecomer. And just give us a few days. We'll get to your own personal love message. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing and commenting. Dear Spirit, what's going on? What is the potential in love at this time or whenever you get to view this message? We've got the divine masculine thinking of the divine feminine. We've either got, because we see the paintbrushes, we've got a lot of Leo or Pisces, very creative energies, someone that's very creative. So that's why I'm mentioning those signs of Leo and Pisces here. But I do get Uranus and Aquarius here because this is someone that uses their mind. This could be someone that's looks a little bit on the funny side. That's why I say Uranus is the crazy one in our solar system, right? Where this person could think of to do something that they wouldn't normally do. So they're thinking out of the box. Okay, they're thinking of something nevertheless. And it is a 16. And 16 is also the Tower, which is a Uranian card. There's the privileged lady. The privileged lady to me in the Kipper does remind me of the Empress. Okay, unless it is a spouse, which we saw the Empress in the past, someone who's very privileged financially, emotionally, she's been put on a pedestal for whatever reason. So let's see what's card number 3, and we've got a gift here. Okay, and we see the hands of a child, so it does take me back to the Empress, the Sun, and the Page of Pentacles there. So the divine masculine is they're thinking out of the box. They're thinking very strongly about the Empress, let's say, or someone that's bringing them in, someone that feels very attractive to them. And there is a gift here, whatever the thought is, because obviously the privileged lady can feel she could be someone that's going to feel very special. And there's a gift coming, whatever the gift is, whether it's a physical gift or the masculine, the divine masculine, or whoever holds that side, putting you on a pedestal, right? Privileging you in whichever way they do that. Let's take a few more. We've got judication, unless this is a spouse where your person is in another connection and they're paying lots of money or trying to having come up with an intelligent thought of how to break free. Because we've got the judication here. There's something to do with the courts, separation, divorce possibly. And it may have to do with a child. So you could be dealing with someone that is a father that is stuck in a situation because of the great love that they have for their children. Now this could be that they're figuring something out, coming up with an ingenious thought as to break through and free. My God, I'm mixing up my words. Whatever, it is that will help them get away. So it could be, yes, that they're either giving money out or they're promising something which seems like a gift, if this is not concerning you. Now we've got distant horizons. So yes, you may be dealing with someone that could be at a physical distance. The distant horizons is one of the best cards in the Kipper. We see the broken anchor. The anchor is grounding, but it's also stuck in another relationship. We see the anchor, the rusty anchor, and the chain that is broken. And we see the ship on the horizon, which could be the vision, what you've always imagined that you can create, and it's on the way. Pay attention to your dreams, prophetic dreams you may have. The judication could also be, if not anything legal, then your person trying to figure things out, trying to make the adjustments in their life, or seeking some advice from others or something like that about the happiness that is at a distance. Now, whether it's a physical or a timely, we see the ship, it is packed with gifts. And we've got great fortune. So, great fortune is the wheel of fortune. So, big fated changes are on the horizon. Now, whether it's financial bliss and abundance, along with love, that's extra fortunate. Otherwise, it's fated, and the gifts that are coming in, possibly, could be something that you've always dreamed of. Remember what I said, we've got a King of Swords who could be someone that is, this could be a magistrate, this could be a lawyer, it could be an advisor, any advisor. But we've got the wheel turning here. Jupiterian energy is here towards the future, as you could see. And at the bottom, we've got despair. So at this time, I would say that things are not easy right now. You could see that we've got someone that's in despair here. It says not hiring, or something's not working out for them. So I do feel that since you're here hoping to find out information about your person, they're not going through an easy time of it right now. Okay, and this may also be your energy, where if they're taken aback with other personal situations going on, obviously they're not communicating, they've put up a wall. It could be a sign of weakness, and that's why they're not open to speak of what's truly going on in their life. Message of concern. So there may be communication where, for some of you, they may open up and talk to you about what they're going through. So this could happen, and it will happen. It may happen suddenly, but it opens up a pathway as well. And this is like a metamorphosis. It's Plutonian energy. It's a new path with big changes that's on the way. But right now, and this is a 32, which equals a 5. 5 does speak to changes. Let's take the romance angels. Make some space on our table here. I want to thank you all for your beautiful messages with the shorts that we've been uploading, sharing the holiday, the recent holiday. Thank you so much, and I hope that you get to be as lucky as I was. I was very privileged and very looked after on my holiday. It was a really nice experience, so I hope the same for you. Let's see what's going on in love. Where are we? Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. This to me is Archangel Michael, who did reveal himself to me back in 2017 and 18. This is a very special card for me. Past life relationship. For me, this would be the karmic relationship that is blocking your soulmate or your twin flame. The divine union, of course. Remember that Archangel Michael is the angel that is blessing the twin flames, the twin flame union. But I see this as a past life relationship, that there was some karma that you needed to work through, which is sort of blocking or slowing down your soulmate or your twin flame. Yeah, you see here, unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And this is what needs to go. Remember that this was a full moon. This was a lunar eclipse, a total lunar eclipse in Pisces, which is a sign of endings. Ending, third parties, you know, falling away. This is the unfinished business, I would say, that is blocking your soulmate, your twin flame. Now, this may or may not resonate for all of you, but that's what I see here. Express your love. Okay, someone also may not be showing their true emotions to you. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Maybe, you know, someone may be thinking about this, because it looks like with the this card here, some of you are not certain about the true emotions of your person. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. That could be a possible gift that's coming in. We'll see. And soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. We've got two amazing cards here. There is attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Positive thinking always helps, my dear friends. But what we see is that there is a past life relationship, whether it's on your side or on the side of your person or on both sides, that is blocking the this connection, this relationship from coming together. Let's take a few more cards before. Let's take Moonology first. Let's see how the moon, the lunations, how they're affecting us right now, and they're very powerful with the eclipses. Remember, eclipses are new moons and full moons that are on the nodes of the moon, and they're very fated. What's going on? What is hidden relative to the emotions? What does Spirit want us to know? What is the advice here? What do we need to know relative to the reading here energetically. A new start is coming, new moon. Oh my God, everyone, oh my God. The new moon that is on the 21st of September is the second consecutive new moon in Virgo. And I'd like to say happy birthday to our Virgos as well, since it is the Virgo season. And two new moons, they do speak very strongly to me, because obviously look back to a couple of weeks ago when we had the first new moon, which was on Regulus, you know, the royal star, which was, it's a star of great fortune and recognition and riches and success. So maybe something began there. Now we're going to have this solar eclipse on the 29th, anaretic degree, the last degree of Virgo, and it's going to be quite a challenging one and very powerful, as solar eclipses are about what's happening not internally like the lunar eclipses, but more externally and in your environment. So let's see what's going on here. That is a new moon on steroids, and it is the beginning. It is another seed, because we're obviously releasing with that lunar eclipse in Pisces. We're releasing, making space for the new seed, which will be that solar eclipse on the 21st. And that will be on the equinox as well. New season. Let's see. What's with this Ace of Cups? The Lovers. Okay, this is an opportunity to connect with your twin flame, your soulmate. Okay, and hopefully any karmics that are in the way will be falling away. The Lovers, of course, is the divine union, blessed from Archangel Michael. Send your wishes out to Archangel Michael. This is an opportune moment. Why do we have the Page of Swords in the challenge? Lots of karma that needs to be cleared out. This, for me, is the lunar eclipse that we had, okay, which is telling me, because the Lovers, of course, means choices, second choices. We did see the High Priestess. There are third parties energetically that are blocking this twin flame connection. Usually with the Lovers, we've got third parties. And the karma, this is the Judgment card, of course. And it does speak to resurrection, second chances. It is a Scorpio card, right? That is the challenge, that you need to clear the air. Someone needs to make a choice, release, and resurrect their love life, because there's been no love. They've been, everything is dead and gone here in the Judgment card. You see people that are going through a resurrecting their life, but that is in the challenge position. And of course, full moon, new moons, so endings and new beginnings, they're in the challenge position. Remember, it's a major arcana. It is a major card. And again, we've got Archangel Michael saying it's time to resurrect your life. You need to speak truthfully. You need to clear the air. And a choice needs to be made. Let's take the Four of Cups. Are you dealing with a Gemini or a Scorpio or Aries, I would say as well? These are the signs that are coming through. Why do we have the Four of Cups here? We've got the Marriage card, the High Priest, and we saw the High Priestess as well. There is a spiritual connection here. Obviously here someone's very unhappy in their marriage. They were meant to go through this twice. We've got two keys, and the keys for me very often do speak to Chiron. Chiron, the wounded healer, the wound, and we need to learn to live with, or through our own experiences, become teachers, gurus, and the guiding beacon for others. So Taurus comes through as well. We've got the Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. We've got Gemini. So we've got some mutable as well. But yeah, I'm talking about the major arcana cards now, and fixed with the Strength card. Why do we have the Two of Cups in the recent past? What's that about? Six of Cups, Two of Cups, yeah. There's nostalgia. There is nostalgia, obviously, and children could also be the issue, where someone can't go to the next relationship because of their obligations, or maybe not seeing things on the same level where family is concerned. Let's take one more. We've got a Ten of Swords. You see, difficult ending, the darkest before the dawn. This is where it's more emotional, as you could see with the Pisces eclipse. It was a very emotional eclipse, so I don't know where timing is concerned. This may be for you now that there's an ending to the emotional side of things, needing to purge, release, and move towards, the new moon, the upcoming new moon, that solar eclipse. But this is a heavy ending. It's not an easy ending. There's also fear of betrayal, because the Six of Cups is a card of trust. So you may be dealing with someone that doesn't trust fully because of past relationships, so on and so forth. And if the communication is not as it should be, then that would be normal for me. Let's see what the Knight of Wands speaks to, because this is the crowning card. So we've got the Magician, which is a major arcana. It is a beginning. It is a number one. And the High Priestess, 1 and 2. You need to trust your intuition that you either take action or you're expecting someone to come in. The other person, someone's going to chase. They're going to follow what they desire, even if they don't have all the information, because the Magician could be good communication or a lack of communication and a bit of trickery, right? But it's also the alignment of the stars that are helping the energies flow. We've got a 1 and then a 2, right? Why do we have the Two of Swords? So there could possibly be a meeting, a secret meeting. Expect that communication, possibly. The Three of Wands, someone waiting at the dock, waiting for their ships to come in, right? Let's see. Ten of Cups, right? Another card of closure, endings, and restart. As we've got the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. Look at this. I mean, the eclipse, lunar eclipse, it is a completion point. It is an ending. Now, this could be the end of a family unit. These could be last dilemmas and thoughts before action is taken, because that's what's crowning here. And Mercury may have a lot to do with, as I was talking about the astrology before, that may activate that lunar eclipse, as the High Priestess is Pisces. It is the Pisces Virgo axis, right? Some of you may be looking for information, looking into a tarot reading, an astrology reading, wondering what's going on. But we do see here that something that has started is coming to a completion point. This is another ace, right? So, and with the Three of Wands, for me, he's come through the Two of Wands, which is the choice, the dilemma. He's walked through that portal, and he's carrying the Ace of Wands, which is what he desires, and it's across from the seas. Okay, let's take one more. And we've got the Three of Pentacles, which is, to me, I mean, you could see this person is blind, and therefore he's writing through connection to his emotions. So he's digging deep and writing a letter. There may be some communication of emotional connection here. Some truths, possibly. We've got a couple of threes. Threes do speak to expansion. Remember, 3 is the Empress, but 3 is also expansion. Some of you do connect with this person through work. I want to take one on the Lovers here, and the Ace of Cups. Oh my God, the Emperor. Wow. Aries, Taurus, Aquarius, Capricorn, could be any sign, could be a Sagittarius. I do see the Emperor as a big build, if not physically, then it's the position that they uphold in their society, in their life. He's a father, he's a business owner, he's someone that cares for you. As you could see, he's looking at the children, so children do hold a very special place in the Emperor's heart, obviously. But the Lovers is a divine union, and of course the Emperor will be responsible and will do things by the book. But sometimes a divine union such as the Lovers is something bigger than the Emperor, I would say. So this wouldn't be someone that would just, play around. This would be someone that's quite serious, quite grounded, even though this is Aries energy mainly. This is someone that's fearless, of course. But of course, we don't only look at Aries, we look at the whole chart. So the Emperor could have many other energies, your Emperor nevertheless. Okay. Which makes them different from another. Let's see, because Three of Pentacles could speak to collaboration. Some of you could be expecting news that come from the heart. Let's look at the position of you. We've got the Two of Wands. So you're at a dilemma as well. But you're still looking across the horizon, across the waters, across the land, let's say, and we can't see that he's holding on to that second wand. He's holding on to the Ace of Wands, logically, so he knows what he wants. And the Ten of Wands also turns into the Ace of Wands. So I see you very much in your desire, ready to take action. And there's blooming on the wands, so there is, the blooming can speak to fresh energies, flirtation, and they do speak to a spring moment. Even if it isn't spring, spring means flirtation, fun, happiness. But the Hanging Man is here. So again, my dear ladies and gentlemen, this could be talking to the Pisces moment, time, unless, remember, the activation of the lunar eclipse with the planets passing over those degrees that I mentioned. The Hanging Man is a release point. It's like needing to release a past situation. You feel as though you've been, penalized. There, maybe your philosophies have changed. You're seeing things from a different perspective. Or the Hanging Man is saying that unless energetically you clear your life, then you won't be able to walk through that portal. Right? So you need to release, you need to surrender, you need to forgive. I'm not saying forget, but forgiveness is necessary. Even Prometheus being hung upside down like this and penalized was released at some point. Okay, let's look at your person. What is the Five of Wands? We've got the Three of Cups. Three of Cups, which can speak to third parties, yes, or it can speak to a meeting, a get-together. And we've got a King of Wands here. Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Now, the Emperor and the King of Wands could be the same person, yes. But the King of Wands is someone that does take action. He is driven. Remember, we've got the Knight of Wands here. So, entrepreneur, business owner, very creative, very flirtatious as well. Quite powerful. And someone that's ready to do something. Let's see. We've got a lot of fire here. Okay, negative thoughts though. It's like this. If this is your person, unless this is someone else that you're dealing with, right? King of Wands. Sometimes King of Wands in the reverse would be someone that's more self-centered, right? And more egotistical. So I don't know if this is someone that you're letting go, someone that's trying to keep you bound and, you know, imprisoned. If they've got an intelligent mind. I mean, we've got a King of Swords and a King of Wands. I usually do pair up air and fire anyway. Or these are the fears that are coming up relative to your person, that they want a get together, a meeting, but they feel as though they're blocked for whatever reason. It's just negative thoughts. Let's take one more, and we've got the Eight of Cups. Okay, so again, this could also be your person going possibly through separation and divorce. The Eight of Cups says that emotionally they're checking out of where they were. If they were having arguments, disagreements, they could have been dealing with someone, because the Three of Cups speaks to third parties. Someone that was just already, free-spirited, getting out and about, already, living their life. Unless this was your person that was meeting up with friends, already sort of emotionally checked out of who they were with, but thinking that they could not get away. But we've got the Eight of Cups here, which is the moment where I know I've realized, and we've got eights, it's like returning back to a same situation again, the infinity symbol, going over the same thing again and again, and the Strength card is an 8 as well. So maybe something going on in the month of August. Maybe this has been happening in August. Or it's just a repeat with maybe a bit of change this time, because we're so close to the eclipses with that Eight of Cups. Where are they heading towards? Unless this is you leaving someone that was trying to keep you under their thumb. We've got the Nine of Cups, you see. So someone's going to follow their heart. They're not going to stay bound. They're going to overcome those fears and move forward. Let's look at the Knight of Pentacles, the strategy. There's the Six of Wands, which we said we had the Five of Wands. Here is the Six of Wands. This is what someone is hoping for. The recognition, the success. This is the potential here. But Six of Wands could also be a little bit, you could see they're facing each other. So, I know, I get here someone, I don't know if it's, we've got fire and earth, different energies, right? Where someone is more grounded, the Virgo energy here, more about strategy, being grounded, doing things one step at a time. Virgo and then Leo. So, Virgo and Leo, they're very different. Leo is all about confidence, ego. They've got a strong ego. They want to lead, whereas Virgo is doing things behind the scenes. So it could be the different identities between you and your person, or because we still have got Leo energies playing out and we're in the Virgo season, that could also be talking to what the possibility is here. Remember, the Five of Wands is here, and then is the Six of Wands. So whatever this means on this side, there will be success. And that's through intelligence, using logic, that there will be success at some point, and being patient as well. Let's look at the outcome. There's the Nine of Wands again. And the Queen of Swords. Interesting. King and Queen of Swords. This could be in the Libra season, that there will be truthful communication. These could be two people that are going through separation and divorce, like ending a story, a heavy story burden with that Nine of Wands. And we've got the major arcana of the Chariot, which is all about forward momentum, overcoming obstacles and moving towards, after having made choices, of course, moving towards victory. This is a change of home. This is a change of country. Remember, the Chariot is a 7. It's the card that comes after the Lovers, which we've got here. So this could possibly be in a moment when the moon is transiting through Cancer. Do check the transits yourself. Maybe this will be an important moment for you. But for some of you, this could also speak to when we'll be having the full moon in Cancer in the Capricorn season. So timing is difficult to pinpoint. What is that Eight of Wands? Eight of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Eight Swords, Eight Cups. All the eights have come through. Where are we? We're in September. Today is the 10th. I don't know, maybe it's the 8th of October. The Eight of Pentacles is someone that's doing their homework here. Someone that works a lot, someone that's doing their detective work, looking back in possibly also messages that were sent, going over, trying to decide. And we've got a theme of Scorpio here with the skull and the, you know, the raven and all of that. So someone's doing a lot of work into going through a big change in their life, and you'll probably be finding out about that with the Eight of Wands. This could also be someone that's preparing to take a flight, to take a trip and come towards you. And there's the Strength card again. So they're trying to find the confidence to do this. Either that, or they're trying to hold their desires and their passion back. They've still got work that needs to be done. So again, we've got Virgo, Leo. Some of you, we've got a few Virgos here. You may have Leo in your chart, so this could be significant for you, unless you're dealing with someone that has got a lot of those energies. Okay, let's take some other cards. Let's look at the emotional side of the connection. I want to look into your person, the person that you're hoping to manifest, to bring into your life. Some of you may have not met this person yet, but what I can tell you is that some of you are not totally single yet. And for those of you that are, it could be that someone could be coming into your life that is not totally single yet. So it could go either way, because your soulmate is being called in, and yes, this is your soulmate. So soulmate comes through very strongly, but we did have the twin flame card here as well. What's going on with your person? Let's look into their psyche. Abandoned. Stuck. There's the card of Uranus, the big changes. This is Saturn Uranus for me, and Uranus is stronger. So whatever is stuck, if they've abandoned and they've stopped communicating, they're going through a lot. They're going through a lot. They're also going through an awakening here. You know, the stuck energy is, I'm stuck, I need to take responsibility, I need to do this, or I fear getting out of this, I don't know how to do it. Here comes the awakening. Here comes Uranus to bring the ingenious idea. Or if you've been dealing with someone that does not move easily, that gets stuck, then Uranus is going to push them to make the changes that they need. But they're going through a difficult awakening, surely. They feel you. They feel you. They connect with you telepathically. Right now, the answer is no. It's saying they're seeking the guidance, or they're going through that awakening through the inner guidance, or the guide card could also be someone that is guiding them towards you, or towards out of what they need to abandon and leave behind. As you could see, the earth is very dry and barren here. It's like they have not been receiving what they needed from where they were. And this is a Virgo card, so maybe in the Virgo season they're seeing the light, they're seeking advice. Let's look at you. Let's look at you and how your psyche is. What may you be not conscious of where this relationship is concerned? summer. So Leo comes through. Some sort of a release. We've got Leo and Scorpio. Maybe some of you have given up on this vision, on this dream during summer. Or where there hasn't been happiness, you're going through a purging and hoping for this dreamy vision, this imagination, or this special relationship. You're hoping to manifest it. And you've got a lot of regrets, either that or you maybe you've regret opportunities that you've missed, unless you're feeling the divine masculine. It's interesting, you can flip sides as well, because we've got the masculine here and the feminine here. You can swap sides, unless this is you telepathically feeling each other. And it could be that your person may have regrets as to how they have treated you, possibly as well. Or you're feeling that they've got a lot of regrets of what's been going on in their life and choices that they've made as well. The general energy here is awakening. We see the divine masculine as well. Lessons, lots of lessons learned. Okay, let's have a look at the little Greek oracle, and which we're using also in the Patreon love readings. Now, some of you are saying that you cannot hear me. I've got the microphone right in front of my mouth, and if I go to the left or to the right, it sounds a little bit further away, but you could still hear me. I don't know what else to do. And as I said, these little cards have been used in the All Signs love readings on Patreon, and also the Cartomanzia, which I will take 3 cards on this reading as well, and start to formulate your questions for the angel answers. And let's start wrapping this up, as it will get way too long. What is the potential at this time for love? Okay, we've got the pig here. So the pig is more the materialistic, more the practical reality. And we've got the spiritual connection here with Venus, who's airborne. It is a number 21, which is like an ending to a major life cycle. But this is a card of abundance, luck, and spiritual enlightenment, connection, but also awareness. So there's I don't know, we do see very strongly here that your person is going through an awakening here. Possibly this could also say that the process of a spiritual connection, coming down to earth, becoming more practical, that is a possibility here, as long as a major life cycle comes to an end, because it's 21, either that or you're dealing with a foreigner. I mean, it may have been a platonic relationship that's never really taken form. We've got the sun, and the sun is beautiful. It's a new beginning, it's reconciliation, it's clarity, it's healing, it's confidence, right? And it's absolutely beautiful. I love to have the sun here. And remember, we're going to have a Kazemi. Mercury's going to hug with the sun, embrace with the sun, and go through a death process and a rebirth. Mercury rules Virgo, so it's very important that there will be an aha moment, an ending and a new beginning. Obviously, Mercury is the logic, it's the brain, it's the communication, it's the enlightenment as well. Mercury will be enlightened, so expect communication, details. And remember, the sun speaks to power. It speaks to the sun burns, and therefore sort of releases the past, and therefore brings new beginnings. And we've got a soulmate connection here with the 3 children here. This is the 6 of Cups, and it speaks to friendships, so platonic relationships, children, and the past. So we did see soulmate very strongly here. 6 of Cups, there is nostalgia, and we see the 3 people. One person doesn't fit into the story here. So this will bring people and situations back from the past as well. But Six of Cups, emotional balance, hopefully. And we've got the Ten of Cups here, which is a successful marriage, passionate love connection, good news coming in. You could see the white. The white speaks to purification, purity, which is Virgo. Right? There's news that's coming in. And the news is going to be very promising, I would say. To me, I get white wedding as well, which is, more business orientated or marrying for the wrong reasons, not the emotional connection not being there. So 10 of Cups could be an ending and a new beginning. We did have it in the near future here. But we see here that there will be truthful communication. Hopefully this wall will come down because it is the ending of a burden. There will be truthful communication possible, finding the middle ground where any divorce settlements are concerned, therefore, and someone being able to move on, move forward, so on and so forth. Okay, let's see what the Cartomanzia says. We've got displeasure. This is not an easy card. We see a lot of trouble and conflict, just like the Five of Wands here. Ending and beginning, big changes and decisions. And it's the Ace of Swords or the Ace of Wands, whatever you want to call it. For me, it's the Ace of Swords, which does speak to truth, clarity, clearing things out, but not in an easy way. Endings are never easy. We are creatures of habit. We've got, wow, someone who wears a uniform, the King of Swords. This could be an ex. Tears, sorrow, illness, violence, and journey over land. This is the Ten of Swords. It is a heavy card. It's not an easy card. But the Ten of Swords also turns into the Ace of Swords. It feels to me like someone here doesn't want to let go, but they will have no choice. Like there's a disagreement for some of you, and that's what's sort of dragging things on, because this is a card of failure. It's not easy. And then we've got the Thief. Endings again, strongest influence, but it speaks to success, journey by fire, quick journeys, financial independence, fortune, riches, wealth, and a business deal. Remember how I was saying before about having an ingenious mind and sort of being the trickster, I would say, through promising something, a gift, so that they could figure their way out of a difficult situation. And that's what this speaks to for me as well. And we've got an ace and two tens. It's like 111. So pay attention to repeating numbers, my dear friends, because again, this speaks to endings, but a successful ending. And the Ten of Pentacles means a family situation. The Thief is like the Seven of Swords. Someone's going to be very intelligent and run off with the loot, or the success or the deal. They will be independent. Let's see. Let's take your answers from Spirit. So pause the video if you can. If you're not watching the premiere, you could still pause it. Yeah. And ask your question. Let's go. Let go. I said let's go, and let go came out. Unbelievable. No need to worry. To me, the let go is leave it up to Spirit. Meditation brings answers. Take action. Opportunity. And look at all the abundance that's coming in with this opportunity. And we've got no with an exclamation mark. My goodness. What does that no mean? Someone's not willing to take action. Someone has let go and they're not going to stop worrying. They're not listening to what Spirit is telling them. They're not taking action and therefore missing out on an opportunity. Let's see what no with the exclamation mark is saying. The response to your inquiry is a firm no. You needn't worry though, as you will see why this was a perfect answer as time goes by. So of course the no will be different for each of you. Let's take 2 more cards. We may have timing cards. Another no. Incredible. And remember the answer is no. Improving health. Compromise. It's like it's saying energetically, now it's not going to happen. There's a firm no right now. We can't change this. This is what Spirit is telling us. Something is blocking the opening. Energetically, something is being blocked. Let's take the twin flame. The twin flame messages by Mystic Moon. Let's get into your person's head. Please don't take what happened personally. It's not you, it's me. I should have been more honest with you about how I was feeling at the time. I can't handle your words right now. Your words linger in my mind. Your beauty still moves me. And I'm more affected than you know. What's at the bottom? Something is still missing for me and I'm trying to figure out what that is. And that's come through yesterday with the all signs readings as well. There's still information that someone is hoping to get. Maybe if there's no good communication, obviously, that would be an issue. Let's take the handwritten love cards, our handwritten love cards, and see what other messages come through. And yes, you may comment with yes please beneath. Keep the messages coming. We've come a long way. Let's not give up now. We've invested a lot. Don't give up. I want to have a family with you. I will fight for us. I miss you just as much as you miss me. Your love touched my soul. You're ready. I can't stop thinking about you. I'm only breathing, not living without you. Our families will never accept this relationship. And win or lose, I'm going to take a chance on love or chance at the casino. You're a very attractive. I don't know if I can keep my hands off you. There is strong desire. Physical desire here, surely. But we could see that there are still energetic blockages. Remember, on the side of your person, there is conflict. Could be outer, inner, third parties, fears, negative thoughts. But at some point, the 8 of Cups and the 9 is where they want to go. And they may be also someone who's having a little bit to drink. And maybe some of you are still stuck in another situation, need to go through that release. You've got the Hanging Man on you, on your position. So, my dear friends, remember that this solar eclipse, this new moon, a new start is coming, new moon, and it looks like an eclipse, doesn't it? This could play out as the planets will be passing over Virgo there and triggering the eclipses and Pisces, of course, but also the Sagittarius area of the chart and the Gemini. Even the moon triggers, right? The moon moves much faster than the planets. So who knows when this new start is coming? For everyone, it will be the timing will be different. So keep that in mind. as I said, if you're interested in a personal reading, we could look at your chart as well, give you more clarity as to when, and the timing through the astrology is easier to pinpoint, let's say, than the tarot. All right. Thank you so much for joining us in the chat. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. We really do appreciate you. And thank you for your love and your support and your trust and your emails and your friendship, dear friends. Love and light. And we'll be back. Okay, talk to you soon. I was just thinking about the reading, my dear friends, and I should have mentioned that there may also be some health issues relative to a child. So you can imagine now, if someone is a father and they've got health issues, their children or their child has got a health issue, a rightful father would not put themselves first, because improving health was on the angel answers. We've got a gift here that things will change. Could be that your person is seeking advice. We saw the Eight of Pentacles. Someone was doing their detective work. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. They could also be surgeons, doctors, and the Hermit card also in the Mystic Moon Oracles could be relative to health. So I thought I should give you that message as well, because it could be particularly for your situation, whether it's the health of a particular child or the health of your person. All right, so just thought I'd guide you a little bit more, because it was just screaming out to me. You didn't mention health. There's something to do with health as well. Love and light. Thank you so much, my darlings.